Hi, it's Betsy and Jessica back with the CGS report, giving you the backstory on political stories in the news. We explain the things that people kind of assume that you understand, but you might not, and it really helps you understand what's going on much better. And the first thing I want to talk about, Jessica, is the situation in Georgia with the Senate race, and what does this mean, and filibuster. There's a lot of words flying around. Help us.
So a filibuster is a way of preventing or blocking legislation. Basically, the minority party can kind of continue debating on any topic for any period of time and block a vote on a certain piece of legislation.
The tape I've seen of people just talking, endlessly, that's a filibuster?
That's a filibuster. There's a famous filibuster that happened with Strom Thurmond back in 1957 in which he spoke for 24 hours and 18 minutes. And the story goes that he went into a steam room beforehand so he'd become dehydrated and wouldn't have to use the restroom.
Lovely. Okay, so it's the way a minority party in the Senate. So if there was 70-30 or 55-45 of one party to the other, it's the minority party can block the passage of...
Right, unless the majority party has 60 votes.
And that was what could have happened if
Saxby Chambliss in Georgia had lost his seat, then the Democrats potentially, depending on what happens in Minnesota, would have had 60 votes, and that means they would have had a filibuster-proof Senate. So they basically could have enacted much of the legislation that they wanted to. The 60-person requirement wasn't always in place. It actually came into effect after the 60s when Southern Democrats were blocking a lot of civil rights legislation.
Oh, okay. So now that Saxby Chambliss has won, basically there is no possible, even if whatever happens in Minnesota, so it'll either be 58 or 59 Democrats in the Senate. But that doesn't mean that things don't get passed, because sometimes people don't always vote with their party.
That's true. It just means that the Senate, the Democrats won't be able to shut down a filibuster automatically. And other things happen when you have 60 people, like the party in power can change the Senate committee appointments. So that won't happen either.
Okay, well, we got the backstory on what a filibuster is, and if you have any questions, please let us know, and we'll get those answered as soon as we can. Thanks.